Good day, everyone. Today, I will be demonstrating the implementation of core group policy functions in a Windows Server environment. First is we need Windows Server with Active Directory Domain Services installed, Group Policy Management Console or GPMC, and at least one domain trained client computer or physical or virtual machine. In this session, I complete 5 practical tasks that highlight how administrators leverage group policy to centrally manage user settings. Task 1. Logon script for disabled users. For the first task, I create a GPO name, disable users underscore logon script. I added a user logon script that displays a message or creates a text file on the desktop when a disabled student logs in. I link this policy to the disabled users OU and test it using a dummy account. This task taught me how GPO can automate actions at logon and provide warnings or notifications to users.
Good day, ma'am. In this video, I'll show you how to create a group policy object that automatically maps a P drive for domain users. Let's get started for the step 1, which is open group policy management. First, on your Windows server, click Start, then open group policy management. Once it is opened, expand your domain under Forest to domains. This is where you all manage all your GPOs. Next is the step 2, create a new GPO. Next, right-click your domain for the specific OU where you want the policy applied. Choose create a GPO in this domain and link it here. And then name that GPO, which is map P drive. Then click OK. Next is for the step 3, which is edit the GPO. Now, right-click the map P drive GPO and select edit. This opens the group policy management editor. Step 4, configure drive mapping. In the editor, go to user configuration, to preferences, to Windows settings, and to drive maps. And then right-click drive maps, then choose new to map drive. Set drive properties. In the map drive window, set action to create for location. Enter your shared folder path, like for example this server 01/projects. Set the driver letter to P. Optionally, check reconnect if you want the drive to stay mapped, then click OK. For the step 5, apply the GPO. This policy will apply to all users under the scope where the GPO is linked. If you want all domain users to get the P drive, link the GPO at the domain level. If you prefer only users in a specific OU, make sure the GPO is linked to that OU. So lastly is for the step 6, which is the test the map drive. Now, log in into domain join client PC using a domain user account. Open File Explorer, go to this PC, and then you should see the P drive map to your shared folder. And that's it. You've successfully created a GPO that maps a P drive for domain users.
So we're going to proceed into task 3, which is that we're going to distribute files to the main users using the GPO and the group policy object. So for the step 1, so we're going to prepare the file. So let's prepare the file first that we want to contribute. So first, we're going to create a simple text file named readme.txt. And then second is we're going to add in content we want. And then after that, we're going to save this file in a shared folder on our server that the main users can access. So for the step 2, we're going to open the group policy management. So first in our server, so we're going to click the start, then open the group policy management, and then expand the structure, which is the forest, and then the domains, and then your domain dot local. And for the step 3, so we're going here to create a new GPO. So in order to create a GPO or group policy object that we will going to distribute the file, so first we're going to right click per domain or the OU containing the users. And then second is select the create GPO and this domain, and we're going to link it here. So third is we're going to name the GPO, which is distribute files underscore files, and then click and then for the fourth step is we're going to edit the GPO. First, we're going to right click and distribute files and choose edit, and navigate to the user configuration, preferences, and then Windows settings, and then files. And for the step 5, so we're going to configure the file copy. So in this part, so we're going to setting up the file copy option. So first in the files panel, so we're going to right click new and then file. And second is in the properties window, we're going to configure the action, which is create, then the source file and the destination. And for the step 6, so we're going here to apply the GPO. So of course, we're going to make sure that the GPO is linked to the correct scope. So the domain or the OU that contains the users. And for the last thing is step 7, is test the file distribution. So finally, we're going to test the domain join client machine. So first is we're going to log in using any domain user account, and then open the desktop, and then you should now see the readme.txt automatically, and then place there, and then open the file to ensure the contents match. And that's all for the test string, which is we're going here to successfully configure the group policy that distributes files automatically to the main users.
To set a standard desktop background using group policy, begin by selecting a GPG image and placing it in a shared folder such as Server 01, Shared Wallpapers, Wallpaper.gpg, making sure all domain users have read access to the file. On the Windows server, open the Group Policy Management Console, expand Forest, Domains, your domain.local, and create a new GPO name, set desktop background, linking it to the domain or the OU where your users are located. Edit the GPO and go to User Configuration, to the Administrative Templates, Desktop to Desktop. Then open the Desktop Wallpaper setting, enable it, enter the UNC path of the wallpaper file, and choose a wallpaper style like fill, fit, or stretch. After applying the settings, confirm the GPO is linked correctly. Finally, on a domain joined client PC, run gpupdate/first, then log off and log back in to verify that the new wallpaper is applied.
To deploy software via group policy, first download the MSI installer from the official site such as VLC and save it temporarily on the server. Create a shared folder with example path, local C with shared software folder, and then move the MSI into it, and give the domain computer read access so client can reach it via path server 01 to shared software folder to vlc.msi file. Then open the GPMC, create the GPU name, software deployment, and link into the domain or the OU with the target computers. Edit the GPU under the computer configuration, policies, software settings, software installation, and add new package with the UNC path and select the assign to install automatically at startup. Finally, restart the domain and join the client PC to verify the software install and appears in the program and features or the start menu.